Hey guys, Scott here from Natural Athlete Online Coaching. Today we're going to talk through the sled push. Okay, so with the sled push I can do it really two ways. If I'm going super heavy I can drive my shoulders into these pads here. I really prefer the prowler method because it allows you to adopt a more upright posture position if that's more suitable for you, because it really depends on the weight you're pushing. Pushing a heavy weight, you're going to want to be more horizontal to the ground, really using your body weight. If you're not so much and you're really just practicing your technique, which you will be as you start to learn, you want to be more upright, okay? So, in my start position, I'm going to be at this kind of height, this kind of body angle. My heels are going to be off the floor, my knees are going to be slightly bent. As I start the sled push, I'm just going to lean in with my body weight, kind of falling forward. And then whatever naturally comes forward first, I'm going to take it there. Nice short step. And then as I push off, I'm going to keep my ankle super stiff, okay? So my ankle's not pressing down towards the floor. It's staying nice and stiff. Slight bend in the knee, fully extend. And then take my next step, okay? Things to look out for is the hips shimmying side to side, okay? I want to try and keep that square. So imagine the whole block of the upper body as your core is just like one square on top of this bottom part. So this all stays square and this stays square too, okay? So if you come from behind, so I'm going to show you how most people will move their hips around and wiggle around, okay? So you might see this a lot. So really snaking with the hips. Okay, what we want to see is that we stay in square all the way through, okay? Keeping a nice tight core. So this is a great exercise for people who really struggle with squat patterns, because what we're creating with the sled push is a squat pattern movement. We're doing hip flexion, okay? It's exactly the same as a squat, but because we're doing it one leg at a time, it allows our body to move a lot more freely than if we try to do two legs at a time. It's a lower skill exercise, but we can still get a really good workout in. Lower skill doesn't mean anything derogatory. It's just the skill that's required to do this exercise. It doesn't take as much time to learn, okay? But it is as effective as a squat. But, you know, squatting's a lot more fun. It's a really hard exercise. You can push it to failure, which is a really good thing, because if you push a squat to failure, it becomes a bit dangerous. It's like, where does the bar go when you fail, right? But what happens with the sled? If I'm going super hard and I can no longer push the sled, I just end up going slower. I don't actually stop immediately. And in fact, you can probably always push the sled. You almost never stop because you can keep pushing it at some speed, okay? The only other rule I would say is, like, heels obviously never touch the floor. But that kind of relates to the stiff ankle. We really want to create a stiff ankle with this to make sure that we're using our body effectively. If we're extending through every time and extending through with our calf, that's not really what this is designed to do. If you're very mobile in your ankle, you'll find that you probably find it harder to keep a stiff angle. Ironically, if you're good at squatting, you'll probably have a mobile ankle and find this harder. If you're not so good at squatting, you're probably quite stiff in your ankle and you might find this a lot easier. So this is more suitable for people that do find squatting harder. Think of it as training one leg at a time as a squat, okay? Other common mistakes are really reaching too far forward with the foot, landing flat-footed, okay? Heel never touches the floor, remember, okay? But you could also reach really far forward and not land flat-footed. We still don't want that. We want to take nice short steps, keeping our knees relatively close to the floor. As the sled gets heavier, we're going to be even closer to the floor. And we're going to keep our knees really close to the floor, still driving through with a stiff ankle as well. Best way to program sled pushes is to go heavy, about your body weight, for about 20 meters, or go light, about 25 to 50% of your body weight for about 40 meters. And that one third way you can do if you really want to work on aerobic conditioning rather than like muscle growth or strength is push it about 400 meters or for about 5 to 10 minutes with a really light weight, about 25% of your body weight, for overall conditioning. It can also be a good way to practice because you're doing so much volume of it as well. So that's the sled push. Great way for building muscle, great way for building strength. It's very low skill, so you can do it for a very long time.